Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are going to be doing some major meal prep. We are going to be doing 6 different meals in one day because I am trying to prepare for when my baby comes. So for those of you that might be new to the channel, I am very pregnant right now with my second son, and I'm trying to make everything just go as flawlessly as possible. I'm trying to just like make my life easier when he gets here because I do have a 3.5-year-old as well. So we want to just make our lives easier. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to be doing quite a few beef recipes today. So I'm just going to actually make a huge pot full of ground beef and ground chicken. I'm going to mix the two together. So I'm actually going to be doing 2 pounds of ground chicken and probably about 5 pounds of ground beef. And we're going to use that for all of the recipes except for one. The last recipe we'll be doing today will be chicken enchilada. So that will be using just chicken breast. But all of the other recipes is going to be using this. So I thought what I do is I just kind of do a base cook of it all. And I just added 1 medium onion as well as a couple tablespoons of minced garlic, and I'm just going to put some salt and pepper on and fry up all of this meat, and then that way I can just use it with all of my recipes. So that's going to be the easiest way to go about it. And then I can kind of like get the other ingredients going and just add the beef to all my other ingredients in order to make the rest of my 6 meals. Does that make sense? So I did this all in one day. Like I said, we're going to have 6 different recipes. And yeah, I hope you guys gain some meal planning inspiration here. This is just going to be really easy for us to have for dinners and whatnot. So we're going to start out by doing a shepherd's pie. So while I've got the meat going on the stove, I'm going to start peeling my potatoes. I'm just going to peel about 6 potatoes, and then I'm going to get those boiling. And then we're going to kind of be like working through a bunch of different recipes all at once here. So it might get a little confusing at times, hopefully not, but we're going to go ahead and get our pot going with our potatoes. So at this point, our meat has finished cooking, and so I'm just going to separate it out into 4 different bowls. That way I can just have like the same amount for each meal, and I can just add it to my recipe.
We're not gonna stress, not gonna make a mess.
So now I'm going to carry on making the shepherd's pie. I just tossed one of those bowls back into the pan, and I'm going to add probably about a half a bag of mixed vegetables, and I'm going to add 2 packs of shepherd's pie seasoning mix. It's just like a clubhouse seasoning, and I think it calls for a 1/4 cup of water for each packet, so I'm adding a half a cup of water. I'm going to mix that all together and just enough to warm those veggies, and then that's going to be it for our base layer for the shepherd's pie. Now while the potatoes are still cooking, I'm going to actually go ahead and start assembling a chili. So one of my mom's famous recipes is chili con carne. I absolutely love it. It's not like any other chili you've probably ever had. So there's like a 6 different beans, 6 bean medley. That's the word that I'm looking for. That goes into it. A can of just like regular brown beans with tomato sauce. There's a can of mushrooms, a can of corn, a can of tomato soup, and a can of diced tomatoes with chili in it. And then you just add a chili packet, and your ground beef, and that is it. So I'm just gonna like add that all into a bag, and then that's pretty much it for the chili meal. All my boyfriend will have to do is just take it out of the freezer, toss it in the slow cooker in the morning, and it can just like cook all day. So the chili is done, and now we're going to start assembling our shepherd's pie. So I'm going to go ahead and put the ground beef and vegetable layer in the bottom, and then we're going to mash up our potatoes. Just do regular potatoes, put some butter and some milk, some salt and pepper in there, layer that over top, and add your cheese, and that's pretty much it for the shepherd's pie.
Pretending that I don't know who you are every time I see you. Tell me, is this part of an act just to keep your image intact? If you think that strategy's smart, I'm not gonna defend my beating heart. Defend my beating heart.
Okay, so we're already 2 meals down. We're going to be working on a lasagna now. So I'm just taking one of those bowls of ground beef, and I'm just going to add a canned tomato sauce to that and mix that up. And in a separate pan, I'm going to be adding about 3/4 of a bag of spinach to the pan. And I typically would add ricotta to this, but I couldn't find it anywhere in my town. They were like, I don't know, they had a ricotta shortage in my town, I guess. I couldn't find it. I went to both stores. So I just used cottage cheese, which I've heard you can use. I've never personally used it before, but that was what we had. So we're going to go with that. So we're just going to wilt that spinach, add the cottage cheese, and then that's going to be our filling. And in the pot, I do have some lasagna noodles cooking. I have tried to use the oven-ready lasagna noodles before, and they never seem to work for me. Like, they always seem to come out crunchy. So I prefer to just use the ones that you have to boil yourself. So I boil them until they're not quite ready. Still a little bit of crunch to them. That way they can continue cooking once you bake it. And we're just going to go ahead and assemble our lasagna in layers.
Calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman.
Okay, next we're gonna work on a spaghetti bolognese recipe. This is one of our favorite things that we love to eat in this house. So I'm just going to get all of my veggies ready, and I'm gonna give them a quick saute. I'm gonna start out with some mushrooms, and for all of these, I kind of just eyeball my measurements, to be honest with you. I just kind of use however much I think we're gonna like in it. So I'm chopping up a bunch of mushrooms. We're also gonna be using some bell pepper, some carrots, as well as some celery as well. So we're going to chop everything all up, and then we're going to just saute it for a bit, and then we will add it in with our beef mixture.
I'm going out with you tonight. Are you close to here? I'm feeling down, I don't know why. No, it's so surreal. Think I want you here. Oh, 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 oh. I don't ask for much, no, I don't need that much, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Though I want your touch, baby, you're so high, stay. I don't mind a little crazy, but baby, you're so high, stay. We don't need to go on a fast. I need this night to last. So you are like me, wanna be free, like a
So while our veggies are sauteing, we're going to go ahead and add the beef, as well as a can of diced Italian tomatoes, and we're going to use about a half a can of crushed tomatoes as well. The other half a can of the crushed tomatoes we're going to save later for our enchiladas. And like I said, we're just going to get our veggies sauteing there. I'm adding some Italian seasoning as well as some salt and pepper to that. You can also add a little bit of garlic as well, and onion powders. And I think I forgot to mention earlier that I actually did add onion in this as well. So now that that is all sauteed, we're going to just let that cool off, and then we'll add it to our mixture afterwards. And then once again, same as the chili, it's going to be really nice and easy. My boyfriend can just take it out of the freezer, plop it in the slow cooker all day, and just let it go, and we'll eat it with pasta or zoodles or whatever. Now for our last meal that we're going to work on is going to be well, I guess it's not our last meal, it's our second to last meal. I'm already forgetting what I'm even doing and how many meals I've cooked this day. It has been insane. But we're going to be doing a sausage and tortellini bake. So once again, I'm going to be chopping up and sauteing some veggies. I've got some mushrooms and onions, and we will be using some bell pepper again. A lot of the same kind of ingredients, just used in different ways, and that's what makes this meal prep really easy and able to do it in one day, is that you're using a lot of the same things, like I did in the beginning with the beef. Like if you can kind of keep your meal prep to one specific thing, it makes it a lot easier. So we're going to go ahead, saute all that up, and we're going to get our tortellini going in the pot. And I'm just using just like the already pre-made tortellini that you can buy. I'm also going to be sauteing the Italian sausage as well. We use mild because obviously we have a child, but normally, otherwise I would like to use hot because I love spicy, but obviously my little guy can't handle that. So we're going to get that all cooked up, and then we'll just toss that all together, layer that in a pan with some cheese, a little bit of sauce, and you're good to go. So to this dish, I'm also going to be adding some fresh tomatoes. We had a bunch of cherry tomatoes left over from our garden. Actually, this is from my father-in-law's garden. And so we're going to be chopping up a bunch of those, and we're going to add that to this dish as well. And basically just, like I said, stir everything up and add some cheese to the top of it. Really, really delicious. Okay, so now we're going to work on the enchiladas, and I have made this on my channel before. It's a really, really easy recipe. I've just got some chicken breast cooking in the other pan there, and I'm going to make my enchilada sauce. So you're going to start with 2 tablespoons of margarine or butter, as well as 2 tablespoons of oil, and then you're going to add about 3 tablespoons of flour to that, and just to kind of make yourself a roux. And then I'm adding, I think, to this one I used chili powder. You can use chili powder, taco sauce, or taco powder, enchilada powder, whatever, whatever you have on hand. Sometimes I like to use all 3 if I have all 3. And then you're going to add a cup of chicken bouillon or beef bouillon, as well as about 8 ounces of tomato sauce. And that is your enchilada sauce. It is so unbelievably easy and so delicious. And once all of your chicken is cooked and you have your sauce going, I like to reserve probably about a cup of sauce to pour on top. But you're going to just add your shredded chicken into your sauce. You're just going to go ahead, shred your chicken, add it into your sauce, and then you can fill your tortillas. After that, all you got to do is put the remaining sauce over top of everything, add some cheese, you are done. It is such an easy recipe.
Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good. Everyone has been telling me that you got me hooked. You're playing it big time. You're feeding me lies. Everyone has been bugging me to sever the ties. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seem to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when.
Okay guys, so we have our 6 completed meals. Here we have the chicken enchiladas. Over here is a shepherd's pie. This one is a Italian sausage tortellini bake. We have our ground beef and chicken lasagna. Then in here we have chili con carne, which we serve with mashed potatoes or rice. And over here we have our spaghetti sauce. So these are going to be 6 meals that we will be able to have after baby comes without having to worry about cooking, because we're going to be busy. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. It was something kind of different for my channel. So let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see more meal prepping like this, or even just like more recipes on my channel. Let me know if that's something that interests you, and I will be sure to add that into my videos going forward. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.